Well, yeah, we made it to another Viva Fresh. Although, this time it feels a little different. I'm scratching my head. I just can't put my finger on it. Can you think what it might be that's different this
Well, look
time?
around. I
Well,
mean, what do you
I'm
want?
looking around and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
You
I
need
don't know.
my glasses or no? I mean, we're not in the lobby between like
The
the
toilet.
men's room
Remember,
and
we,
the.
we we were so close to the
Well, I mean, I'm
toilet
trying to
last.
keep it clean. Women's room, men's room, ladies' room, men's room. Yeah, that's where we're at last year. So, no, we're smack dab in the middle of the expo floor. So, awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. And Viva Fresh is close to you and I. It's in a special place in our heart.
Sure.
Being from the very front of this thing, they've been so good to us. The show, the Fresh CrEd, it's been a great partnership, and again, it's been good to be part of it. We're beyond thrilled to be here, be able
Yep.
to attend, be able to do this from the show floor, and be part of it. So it's been great.
Yeah, and for those of you listening, you're going to hear from sponsors, guests, individuals today, which without we couldn't be here. We definitely want to thank them. Colimex, B&M Avocados, IFCO, Full Tilt Marketing, Santis Produce, Sunfed, Splendid, and Produce Careers.
Well, thank you, Viva Fresh. Thank you, all of our sponsors, and thank you, Ed.
And thank you, Craig.
And thank you, Ed, for being such a good friend.
You're so thankful.
And enjoy the show. We have Mr. Nathan Stornetta joining us here on the Fresh CrEd podcast. Nathan, welcome. How you doing? What's going on, buddy?
Hey, thank you for having me. Seeing you guys build this podcast, what you're doing is great for the industry. It's a different twist on things, so you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So thanks again for having me here at Viva.
No, thanks for the support.
There's a lot of buzz going around here on this floor. You've done a hell of a job.
So Nathan, for those of you that don't know, I mean, Produce Careers, they're a recruiting, a hiring service. If you go on their website, it looks like their three priorities are people. Seems like that's very important. Which
there's a recurring theme.
There. Yeah, there is a recurring theme there, but it is, but it is. I personally have worked with Nate a couple of different times. My companies. They do outstanding work. They have great people. Speaking of people, obviously, why they do have great people. They do a great job. And if anybody's out there in need of outstanding produce career, you guys do also processing as well. I mean, everything and outside
food industry.
Stuff outside.
That's right. That's right. So a lot of folks know my dad, Dave Stornetta, founded the firm 23 years ago. And as our name implies, Produce Careers, the fresh produce industry is our primary client base. But when you start to think about fruits and vegetables, where does it end up?
Right.
It's not always in the fresh context. We do work with food processors and food manufacturers, right? Ready-to-eat meals, those types of organizations. But the industry has really evolved. I've been in the industry since 2005. And as you guys know, our country is importing more and more fruits and vegetables as well. Which is exciting. I mean, your convention here really hits it, working with the growers in Mexico, South America. I mean, I can remember your inaugural show in Austin.
We've had a lot of requests to go back to Austin for some reason.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were there for the first one.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many. Was that what? 12?
So we were
9 years ago. This is show 8.
It's show 8 now.
Okay.
Yeah, we were corrected earlier because of the 1 year we had to skip.
All righty. Yeah.
So now, did you make each one since then? You made the first one.
I think I've missed one.
You missed one.
I know I've missed one. Yes.
So thinking back on that Austin, what did you think? Did you think, oh my God, these guys are in trouble, or did you think, wow, they may be onto something?
No.
Or do you even remember?
We were excited because our counterpart, the Southeast Produce, has done a phenomenal job, and it really caters to that portion of the country. But you guys, it was very much needed. It is needed. So we were excited to attend and obviously spend time with friends like you guys, tee it up a little bit. But I remember the parties on whatever it's 4th Street, 6th Street.
6th Street.
Just a different dynamic being here in Texas. It was warm, So,
Well,
which
I
is
mean,
appreciated for someone that lives in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
at the risk of sounding corny, and
And
not
you're
to-
gonna do it anyway. But go
well,
ahead.
you
We're
know, I
risking
mean,
it.
it's all about people, and it does sound corny, but I mean, I met Nate at a SCPC show 12, 13 years ago, and we've become very good friends, and lifelong friends, and that's what it's about, you know.
I think wasn't that time when you guys first met? Wasn't that one of those?
We don't need to get into details.
Yeah,
okay?
that was the time when we had the golfing outing that lasted all day. We played like
No,
yeah,
that wasn't the time.
we had two
That was
different
another
groups.
time, Craig.
That was
Okay,
another time.
Okay, but it sounds
All right.
like your story may
Let's
be better.
talk about produce careers.
Yeah,
All right.
No. So yeah, no, but let's talk about you, Nate. I mean, like I say, your dad. You said your dad, David Stornetta, founded the company. Now, are you? Is it you and your brother running the business? How you guys structured?
Correct. So we're headquartered on the Central Coast in California, near the Santa Maria growing region. My brother DJ, he runs that office. We have 2 recruiters in California. I have a regional office back in Indianapolis. I've got a couple back there, and then we have a seasoned recruiter down here in Austin, Texas, Jennifer Mazza. So
nice.
when you talk about people, it starts internally, right? So our motto at Produce Careers is honesty, fairness, and respect. We got to treat each other that way, and that translates to our customers, client, everyone. So I just share that we wouldn't be here without our people. I think the least tenured employee we have is 9 years.
Wow,
That's saying something.
that is saying something.
And the
sure.
first recruiter Dave ever hired, Tammy Lister, was 23 years ago. She's still with us,
Wow,
rendering services. So we have a fun team. They're sharp. They understand the industry, right? We work with a lot of different companies. When you think about the supply chain from field to fork, right? And we have recruiters that specialize in certain areas, whether it's sales, ops, food safety, or finance and accounting, human resources. We do it all. So it's funny, there's category managers in the produce industry. Well, we have category managers as well here at Produce Careers, and that's very important to have that expertise. So when we do take on a search to find the right people, it really expedites the process. They just run with it. They've got their funnel, their network to do their outreach and connect with people.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
People,
Did not
baby.
people.
How come you didn't tell me that before?
I think it's about people.
You
I don't
never
know.
asked.
Is it people, Craig?
You never asked.
It's probably a good.
It's the order, Ed.
you gotta come on a show for him to ask you any questions. Otherwise, you just hear about him. So
That's right.
All right.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
I don't think I've given you a jab till then. That was like
job or
a
a jab?
job. No, it's a jab.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a.
Good. Keep facing
Or is,
that
it, or
way.
is that the vaccine?
Just
I
don't
can't
focus
remember.
on me.
So hey, how is your dad?
He's doing great. He turns 78 here in May.
Oh my God.
He's still golfing. He still attends some staff meetings on occasion. He likes to deposit checks and look at the P&L.
That is
So,
one man that's passionate about the rules of
Oh,
golf.
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think he's ever given you a gimme, right?
Oh no.
No
Heck
gimmies. You got to earn it.
I rode with him last year.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Apparently, he thinks I know more about golf than I do. I would have thought he could have looked at me. He's played with me before. I was like, surely, Dave, you've seen me play, and you know I'm not that. I don't know anything you're talking about.
Well,
He kept trying to explain to me we were doing some kind of scoring, and we should
Rule
do this.
13-1.5
you know,
V2.
That's right.
You lost me at you lost me like a hole 2. I'm done. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you were smart, you transitioned the conversation to wine, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You do
We
like
went to
your wine.
Yeah, exactly. We did get on some line conversation.
Well, we'll have
yeah.
to get you a new batch. I think he's got some, yeah.
He's got some
the
new stuff coming out of the
2023.
hopper. Nice.
That's right.
All right, for
Yeah.
sure.
Is the hopper like bathtub? Or is that-
No. He's got a legit place.
Oh, okay.
It's like a real winery, so it's not
Wow.
Craig's. It's not Craig's bathtub wine.
Okay.
So, yeah, I need to get your dad a bottle of my hooch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not any good. It's
He'll
terrible.
trade you.
No.
So it's not like he owns a winery. Or it's he consulted for a group in Santa Maria. I think it's Bien Nacido. Bien Nacido. And-
Wellborn.
and right, they do a Pinot and a Chard. So a little hobby of his. Likes to, break the rules of FedEx and UPS, all that good stuff.
Not condoned, by the way.
Yeah, we're not condoning that here. So, hey, your father, family, been in the business a long time. I mean, for you, produce-wise, right? It's about the people, but I mean, realistically, for produce, what's it meant? What do you see that as the world as? We got young people coming into the business. We've got old grandpas like me, at one end of the spectrum. What do you see in terms of the attitudes, the how are people that are coming in today versus what you dealt with in the early days?
Sure, that's a great question. So I've been in the industry for 18 years, and at that time, I think my observation was, or interaction was, more the traditional grower shipper mindset, if you will. You fast forward, say 2015, there was a food movement with new products. These growers were converting to value add products. So what can we do for consumers that's quick, easy, and healthy, right? And that has really escalated. I mean, if you look at all the different companies, gosh, I mean, the Taylor Farms of the world and Mann Packings of the world, Curation Foods, the list goes on and on. And then you couple that now where there's this ag tech movement that's kind of booming. It'll be interesting to see how that evolves as well. And that correlates to a lot of with growing practices as it correlates to water, right? I mean, being more efficient, being locally grown, that whole deal. So there's a lot of things going on in the industry right now. It's fun. So again, you've got your conventional growers. The CEA arena is fascinating.
So what's your take on the CEA stuff? A lot of money going there.
Well, if anyone attended the Southeast Produce Show, there was a speaker that touched on that,
yeah.
And I thought that was fascinating because it seems like it's sexy to hop in, but are you truly profitable? Is kind of where that was. So, and I think we're starting to see the players that can handle it and some that won't.
Won't, right? And we'll see consolidation or everything else go out. So, but well, they're waving their hands. We've got a few minutes left here.
But Nate, hey, he's already committed to follow up with us after the show. Since it's early, we want to hear about it, how the rest of the day went. We'll follow up later. At a later date. Okay. We'll arrange for a podcast at a later date, and so you can give us feedback.
That's fine. We can set that up at Spanish Bay or.
Oh,
hey,
we're talking.
Now you got my attention.
Spyglass.
Okay.
So
doesn't take much.
We are planning to be at the organic show this year, as well as the food service conference. So
wonderful.
We'll probably have a chance to maybe visit Spanish Bay and do a live interview from that. So
let's do it.
Awesome.
Life is short. You got to enjoy the ride, baby.
That is a fact. And you know what? That's the quote of the day. We were looking for a quote. That's it. I like it.
Should I write that down, or can you remember it?
Right. Now, life is short.
Life is short, and you got to what? I already forgot.
Enjoy the day, I think is what he said.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride. Okay.
There you go.
Or get a tequila. One of those two.
Short term there, Ed. You've done well.
Thank you. Short term. It's the SD RAM is going out, but whatever the long term thing is, I can't remember.
Right.
So Nate, it's been a pleasure. I'm glad to see you got back from your ski outing without any broken bones.
That's a win.
Yeah, that's
right.
Always a win when I go. If I didn't go to the hospital, it was a good trip. But
absolutely.
No, thank you very much for being part of the show and believing in Ed and I and join us. Like I say, you were one of the early sponsors with us last year, and you're back again this year. So we really appreciate that. And thank you very much, and your friendship.
We'll never forget.
That's been great to have as well.
Well, it's all about friendship, guys, and thank you for having Produce CrEd be part of the show this weekend. And there's a lot more to come, right?
Indeed, there is for sure. Enjoy the show and take care. And
appreciate it.
All right, love you guys. Thank you.
Love you too, buddy.
All right,
quick pick.